Hey guys, about to play round one of a Magic Origins draft. See how we do. I think our deck's pretty strong. It was a little sad we couldn't play jam our Tragic Arrogance into our deck, but that's okay. Don't really need our graveyard showing. We got all black mana, but I think that's okay because we have Read the Bones. I'm going to keep. We don't have a play till turn 3, which is a little scary in this format. So hopefully our opponent's a little slow. Or maybe we draw 2, drop 2. Nope, more black mana though. So right now we probably play the Husk on turn 3 and then Read the Bones on turn 4. Hope we draw into red for our red guys. Yep, 2 drop. Okay, not an especially scary one though. Although it can block Nantuko Husk all day and lots of other creatures. Alright, there's our Scob. So we are having mana problems, which is a thing that can happen in this deck for sure. That's its biggest weakness probably. Maybe it was a little too risky playing the Scob, but I just think he's so good. So we take 1 to the face, go to 19. I'm sure he has a 3-drop. No 3-drop. Well, that works for us. That's always frustrating, drawing your 2-drop on turn 3, but we're going to play the Husk first just because it can block this guy and doesn't hurt. And next turn we'll Read the Bones, so neither of them can attack through it. Is he going to counter my Nantuko Husk? He is. All right. All right, well, our opponent is down to 3 cards, which is relevant. Hopefully our Read the Bones can hit us some red or blue mana. Or just more black spells, I guess, would be okay. And that's entirely possible. Ooh, Whirler Rogue. That, however, is not good. We need removal for sure. Even when you get removal against that thing, the 2 Thopters can just beat you to death, so it's not a lot of fun. All right. Well, I think we're left Read the Bonesing here. I probably should not have played my land first. Although we wouldn't have had enough mana left over for it to matter, but okay. I think we want the Reeve Soul, so we'll put that on the bottom and put this back on top. We got an Evolving Wilds. See, that's one reason I should have not played my land first. But we can Reeve Soul his Rogue, which matters. It makes it so his unblockable ability won't matter. We are going to go down to 11 this turn, so it's pretty rough. He may just have another counterspell too. As far behind as we got, getting a counterspell. Getting counterspelled how he did was pretty big. Pitchclaw Recluse, not super scary. Certainly no Whirler Rogue. Alright, well we drew red anyway. So I think what we do... kind of wish I'd taken that Fiery Impulse now, but I couldn't have known it was going to happen. Well, we definitely just go Reeve Soul on Whirler Rogue. And then I think we play a Crowan Sergeant. He can block all the guys on the ground and represents a threat of sorts, so. And we'll have 2 soon, and two of them double blocking things is pretty nice. These flyers are still an issue, of course, but we can get blue now too. We do need double red for 1 spell in our deck, but I think I'll still get blue with the Evolving Wilds. Yeah, he probably still attacks with everything, which is good for our Fire Fiend Elemental. I'll block here and take 3 and go to 8. Rock Maulers. Yeah, that's bad. Bad news. But we can play 2 Crowan Sergeants and block it all day, like I was saying. So I think we do that. We play a second Crowan Sergeant. And we play a Shambling Ghoul. we're definitely in trouble in this game. We got started a little bit too slow, and our opponent playing the Whirler Rogue was the big thing. Like, a lot of these other creatures wouldn't have mattered too much. Oh, the Rock Maulers definitely does, but if we play Possessed Scab, we'll have mana next turn to get it and kill something with Reeve's Soul, but it doesn't actually seem that great. Because all we can kill with Reeve's Soul are these and these tokens. So it's definitely not ideal. Okay, Wild Instincts is rough. We'll just sack this in response. Yeah, I think we probably lose this game. Get our island. Alright, so he's going to swing for a lot here. Pretty close to lethal. We have to block here. And we go to 1, so not so good. So we block there. Yep, and he gets big. I don't think there's anything we can draw that's an out. Ooh, Sword of the Animus. Yeah, that doesn't do us any good. I'm not going to show him anything else. We'll just go to game 2 since we just got crushed in that one. Yeah, that Whirler Rogue, man. It's a beast for sure. What is good against this guy? Yeah, moving around in all the colors as we did made us end up with not nearly as many like decent sideboard blockers to bring in that we could have had. So, I mean, Nivix Barrier is the best thing we have, but it's blue, so it doesn't do us much good. I think we just have to run this back out there. I mean, Alchemist File could be good, but I don't think we want it. I think we just run this back out there. Hope for slightly better luck. Okay, well, this is an interesting hand. I think it's one we keep. We can get all of our colors, and we're on the draw with good 3-drops and removal to back them up. So I think I play Evolving Wilds. Although, let me think. If I play Evolving Wilds first, yeah, I think I play the Wilds first because we're not going to want to Fiery Impulse anything on turn 1 anyway. Probably not on turn 2 either. So. And we'll get the Swamp with this Wilds. So we get Swamp. Now we have a 2-drop, so that changes my thoughts a little bit. But I think it's... yeah, I think I just do this. That makes it so I have Fiery Impulse up next turn, even if I don't draw a land. So next turn I can play the Evolving Wilds and still have Fiery Impulse up, so that's fine. If we draw a land, we just play a Crowan Sergeant. Yeah, that Maritime Guard does block our guys really well. Okay, so we did not draw it. Play our Evolving Wilds, and we end our turn. I guess we grab an island. Yeah, I think we Fiery Impulse that at the end of his turn. So, we can't block it, so it's a pretty big problem. Then we sacrifice our Evolving Wilds. And we grab an island. There's a Swamp as well. I think we play the Crowan Sergeant. And we end our turn. In a turn, if we draw a land anyway, we can play Possessed Scav and get Fiery Impulse back, which is pretty big. We could also just read the Bones. But the 3/2 body can actually deal with this really annoying creature, so I think I may read the bones because we really need to get removal for his big creatures. We've only seen one Fiery Impulse and one Reeve Soul so far, but we have a lot of good removal that we really need to see. Okay, Claustrophobia. Deal. Oh, Reeve Soul isn't too bad here. I think I hold on to it though and just cast. Should we black untapped? Probably. We have the one blue card in our hand already, so we know we can't cast it. If I leave black untapped and draw a land, I can still Reeve Soul potentially. I doubt I will, but we'll read the bones. Ooh, well, this is a complicated one. I mean, because we're stuck on 4 lands here. We've already got one Reeve Soul in our hand. We really want to hit lands, but maybe if we draw these 2, we draw lands, and it does give us another Reeve Soul. So I think we just leave them how they are. They're just both so good that I think that's what we want to do. And then we end our turn. Although the Winnower cannot kill like Rock's Maulers, which may be what he's about to play anyway. So our Husk can eat this and use it to pump himself up so that a double block is more possible. Okay, Whirler Rogue again, of course. We do have Reeve Soul as an answer. So at least there's that. Right. Would be nice to draw a land to be able to go Reeve Soul and Nantuko Husk. We did it. Okay, so let's go Reeve Soul. I wonder what he's thinking about over there. There's not anything he can do with 1 blue mana, yeah. So, and then we'll play our Husk, who can now snack on this guy who's useless to us now anyway, and we'll end our turn. Be nice if he just plays a Guiltleaf Winnower target, although we have Possessed Scab online too. I think it could get us back a removal spell. If we get back Fiery Impulse, it can do 3 now for 1 red, so that's pretty nice. Okay, Hitchclaw. That is annoying. I mean, he can start swinging with these and have these guys hold down the ground. I think I probably cast Reeve Soul on the Hitchclaw so that I can just start swinging. Well, I can also Guiltleaf Winnower it, actually. I think that is what I do. It gives me a better body on the table, and it kills his Hitchclaw, so it seems pretty efficient. And then if it dies later, we can get it back with Possessed Scab. We also have a Cruel Revival now to deal with whatever he plays, basically, so we'll take out the Hitchclaw right now. And then we're going to swing with both our zombies. Alright, take him to 18. And end our turn. I'm liking our hand a lot. I mean, Vastwood Gorger. Well, he's going to get Cruel Revival, so not too worried about him. Swing with his flyers, I'm guessing. Would be nice to have our Guiltleaf Winnower for that, though, I guess. Because he has to double block here, I'm inclined to swing with the Guiltleaf dude and then Cruel Revival the Vastwood Gorger, so I get rid of both of these for 1 card, while also getting back another card. Wow, this is what was advertised with our deck, and now it's happening. So yeah, I think that's my plan here. I'm just going to swing with my Winnower. What zombie do I have in my graveyard? Oh, I don't have any in my graveyard right now, actually, so I'll probably use Unholy Hunger instead, but the result will be the same. So that's if he double blocks. If he doesn't double block, then okay, he's just gonna take it. He does have counter spells, and I don't really want to have to deal with that. So I think I'm just gonna go for the Unholy Hunger right now, and I gain 2 in the process too, so I go up to 16. Gives us another juicy spell to get back with our Possessed Scob when we play it. Alright, Orchard Spirit, another good Reef Soul target. And another one. Alrighty then. I feel like we're in pretty good shape. Our opponent has no cards left in his hand. And we have some great cards in our hand. So, feels pretty good where we're at right now. And we did draw another land. I'm going to Reef Soul one of these. Yeah, and I think I just swing with everything. Okay, I could sacrifice this to do another 2, and maybe that's what I should do, but I think I'll wait until it's like definitely lethal. I mean, I can actually do 4 extra. I can make him take 12 right now, but that's still not enough to kill him, so we'll just let that block happen and hit him for 6. Play a land. Next turn, Possessed Scobbing into Cruel Revival, not Cruel Revival, it's in our hand, into Fiery Impulse could be a big game winner for us. Especially if he decides to swing with these guys again. He has been so far. Ooh, well. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. I could sacrifice it now, but I'd rather wait. I can get it back with my Scab now, and that may be the optimal thing. Alright. It will have a Maritime Guard as a target if nothing else, so. This is an example of when I was talking about how Nantuko Husk can make your opponent really have to worry about things where he's not sure if he wants to attack because our Husk can be, can deal lethal on its own right now. Another Ghoul seems fine. I'm gonna swing with the Husk and just the Husk. His hand's empty, so he has to block because this is lethal. So yeah. Okay. See, I had wanted to sacrifice this and get it back with our Possessed Scob, but I'm okay with that block. Now I think I just go Possessed Scob. And what do we want back? I think Fiery Impulse because we can cast it on 1, so we'll get Fiery Impulse back. And we can cast it, and we still have a Cruel Revival in our hand, so in the turn there. All right, he's scooped. Okay, on to game 3. That game we got to sort of dictate the pace a little more, and that was good for us. Our deck is definitely more of a controlling deck, which is hard to make work in this format, but it seems all right here. We definitely need to get our early Reef Souls and other early removal to make things work. And we also got nice fixing in that game. We got the mana we needed and everything, so that's pretty sweet. So on to game 3. Boy, I mean, we do have a Hangerback Walker, and that's pretty nice. We also have a Reef Soul for the early game, but I think it's too risky to keep because we have 2 red cards and a blue-black card, and we'll just have so many dead cards in our hand. I got a mulligan. That's much better. We have an early turn 2 Reef Soul, turn 3 Fleshbag Marauder, so we can really slow our opponent down. And now we have a turn 2 Shambling Goblin, or Ghoul, rather. Be nice to draw some more land, but that Hangerback Walker was nice, but it was just too risky for me. Yeah, we'll play our Ghoul. We have a couple turns before we desperately need the land, but it'd be great to get the land just like right now. You know, he plays a dude and we go Fleshbag Marauder and get rid of it. You can also just Reef Soul it, which might be better. There we go. Now I might play the Gear Crafter. That's a good way to get into Fleshbag Marauder, is to Gear Crafter and then Fleshbag Marauder, but he probably plays another creature, which makes it a little less good, but chances are both his creatures are fine and he'll regret losing them, although he may have freaking Whirler Rogue, who we've managed to see every game so far. But yeah, we'll play the Ghirapur Gear Crafter here. See if we see Whirler Rogue for the 3rd consecutive game on turn 4. That would make our Fleshbag Marauder much less good, but we could, for the 3rd consecutive time, I think, Reef Soul the thing right away at least. Yeah, we just take this. That probably means he is playing something like Whirler Rogue, because he can generate so many blockers that he's just not worried about these guys. Oh, maybe not. He may just be holding up a counterspell. And if that's his plan, I think I'm going to try to punish him by not really doing anything. I mean, we have control of the board and we have removal in our hand. So I think I'm just going to bash in for 5 here, see what our opponent does about it. Pretty sure he's holding up a counterspell. We've seen it. We saw it in game 1. And like I said, we have no reason to... Yeah, we're just going to pass and make him have wasted his turn, basically. He'll be less inclined to do that. Okay, he's scooped. We saw around his plan, and it worked for us. We didn't play into it, although he may have just been drawing all lands. Who knows? We did have a pretty sweet hand, but he didn't know that. So, that's his hand. Just too slow. Well, he could have played his Whirler Rogue. I don't know why he didn't. But yeah, his hand was kind of slow, and we got an aggro hand with our deck for a change. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching. That was round 1 of the 4th Magic Origins draft here on the Nizahon Magic channel, and I'll see you for round 2. Hopefully we can do